Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 4 versus 4 on Mont Ormel, and in this one I'm going to be playing with the 3rd Armoured. On my team today I have Kira, Eugen and Mifayu, who are playing the 1st Infantry, 3rd Canadian and 15th Infantry. And on the Axis side we have Afghanistan, Metallic, Sean the Great and Merkt, who are going to be playing the 16th Luftwaffe, 17th SS, 12th SS and 12th SS respectively. So, should be a pretty fun game. I know Afghanistan and Metallic are certainly very decent players, so we should have a fight on our hands today. Let's see what we should get down. I've brought in a couple of recon already. Going to be having one go into these trees just here, and I'm probably going to have one moving onto this right side. Then I'm going to have maybe an M4A1 head to this left side, because I'm thinking maybe push onto these trees, but it's very difficult to do so, and it's quite a common place for enemy AT guns. So I think I'll go for an M4A1. We'll kind of have it behind the trees for now, up on this hill. I'll also bring the mortar over here, but we'll use the mortar to just pick apart the AT where we can. Then what I'm going to do is bring in my own AT for the center. I think we're going to place it on this right side, similar position to where I was going to put the scouts, but I think I'm going to move the scouts further to the left. Then we're going to send one unit of armoured rifles to the forest, just so we have a bazooka there. And I guess we should probably also bring in some on the left side. So I'm going to do that alongside a command unit. I'll have the command move up, keep one of the armoured rifles close, the other can try and push a little bit further forwards. Off we go. So the plan that I have is, just to kind of push up onto the hill here, if I can, or maybe to the right side of these trees, where these buildings are. I'll have to wait until we know what's going on though, before we make a significant push. I'll bring in my second M4A1, we'll get probably the second mortar in, and try and push off that. We don't have to worry about an air force too much in the early game. The 17th SS may attack us with Ju-87s later down the line, but for now we're all good. Just unload this armoured rifle early and get him into the trees there so that we have some AT. I'm just going to have this half track move round to the AT gun so that I can use it to move it around if I have to. Right, let's get our recon unloaded. And I'm going to drive my recon, well not my recon, my infantry closer up. I'm tempted to bring in even more recon actually, just so that we know exactly where things are. Okay, there is going to be a 221 sneaking around. Let's get the half track out of line of sight if we can. I might push up with the M4A1. We'll try and keep the armoured leader in line of sight. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're actually going to spot an AT gun from this distance with the scouts. I think it's pretty unlikely, to be honest. Maybe we can pick up that kill. It's falling back. Not quite. We're actually just shy of killing the IG-18 here, so I guess I can go for some shots. I'm just very worried about an AT gun on this left side. Let's see if we can finish it off. Nice. Free IG-18 kill. We'll just reverse for now. I'm going to move these scouts up. This infantry can unload as well. We'll just push them towards the edge of the trees so that I can provide fire support if I spot anything. Well, there is actually a Stug there. That's going to be the 2-star Stug that the 17th SS can get in the early game. Best way to deal with that would be AT guns. I'm going to bring in one AT gun.
Do you have a target, sir?
See if we can make a little bit more ground here with these armored rifles. Armored rifles, though, are really terrible at close range combat. Like, the only way I can see us winning is if I like preemptively arty and hit the mark.
What are our orders, sir?
We'll try and do that. If I can land some mortar shots and it's visibly clear that we hit something in this tree line, then I'll push up with the armored rifles. But for now, I'm not going to bother.
Hand me the binoculars, Private. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we found the SS Stostrup.
Artillery at your orders.
Kind of what I was hoping to do, just kind of push those units out of their positions.
Berlin or bust.
Move this M4A1 back. I'm going to have to bring in my second one at some point.
Transport. Copy that. Out.
Move this 50 cal half track back.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we'll get this AT gun in next to the M4A1.
Need a lift? One more hit and we're done. Everybody out.
I'm just going to let that half track die for now.
Just in case.
We'll just pretend like we didn't see that.
GI is ready for battle.
Okay, let's now go for the shot onto the Stug, please.
Fire. I want to go home.
Don't know what this M4A1's doing, but we got the track wheel destroyed. That is great stuff. Okay, well, we may as well fire at the 221 if we can. I'll just let the AT gun finish off the Stug. Nice, very nice.
But keep facing the enemy.
Okay, so we've picked apart those units. Get these mortars going again.
Shut up and listen to the captain. Second platoon, let's go.
And since that AT is down, like the Stug is down, I should probably push up more aggressively.
Bad form to arrive too early.
We've got the AT to cover our flank.
Artillery at
There
your
could be AT coming up into these forested areas, but I'm not going to bother for now.
Red leader. I am listening. Ammo check, everybody.
Are we going to be allowed into these buildings? Looks like we might.
Waiting for orders, Captain.
I love the amount of ammo that these M21 mortar carriers have. It's just so good.
We got a man down.
They need to smoke themselves. Ah, wow. They died just before. Rough. Oh well, we managed to get into these buildings, which is really good.
All right, ladies, it's time to move. I hear you. Loud and clear.
Move up the scouts as well. This is opening up the left side quite nicely.
Gear, we're rolling.
Like getting that AT gun into position, I don't think Metallic expected it to be there at all. Like he saw the M4 and did not expect like a tank to be right next to it. I'm going to focus the IG here. Machine guns can shoot the infantry, but I want to try and pop off this IG if I can.
Ready. Careful. Carrie's out there somewhere.
Alright, we're not going to get the kill with the M1 gun, but what I can do is use the M21 mortar carrier to pin down the Panzergrens. We could probably surrender them as well with the M21, as long as the 221 doesn't recover. I might just use this half track to do that, because otherwise the M21 might get caught out by something. Bring in my second one, and I might actually also bring in a Stuart.
Red 6, mounted up.
I'm a little bit concerned about what's coming our way. There's definitely something coming down this road. You can see by the way that the map's moving at the moment.
Ready, sir.
That is a surrendered unit.
Out.
Very nice.
Need a lift? Roger. Search and destroy. Roger. Changing position. Out. Everybody out. Where are we headed?
Oh, hello. That is an AT gun.
The enemy. Target in sight. Fire. Do you have a target, sir?
We're going to have to target that.
Adjusting on target.
And I might put some rounds into this infantry.
Get in there. Engage on sight. Need some extra firepower? Yes, sir.
Okay, it's going to the other tree line. Let's move back with the M3A1. I don't want that to be shot at by a 258. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Halt. Forward.
Right, if the mortar starts landing on target, then I can push aggressively
Reverse.
with the M4A1.
Yes, sir. Roger.
There we go. Now we can get it.
Waiting for
So just some fine micro there to make sure that I sorted that out properly.
Don't wake Jerry.
Will we be able to kill it though? That's the question. It might manage to get behind the tree line. Yep, looks like it. Let's just put both of our mortars on to killing that. And then I'll keep pushing with the scouts and so on.
Sir, go in there as fast as possible. Where are we headed?
We're gonna get it? So close. Yeah, we got it. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Hit the pavement.
Well, let's have these scouts move up through the tree line, and I'm going to bring even more recon. Just because I am moving very aggressively with tanks at the moment.
Charlie 3. Say again.
I might try and pop the 258 with a longer range shot if I can.
Waiting order.
Might be down to the M4A1 to do that.
I love it. So many positive waves. Nice shooting, Gunner. Yes, sir. Enemy spotted.
So on a map like Mont Ormel, you definitely do want to make sure that you have like recon walking through these tree lines so that you can see what's on the other side and therefore you don't get surprised.
Attention.
We're into phase B though, and that means M4A3 76s, and these things are fantastic. I'm also going to bring in some flamethrowers,
Enemy sighted.
pretty good for holding
Carried away.
land at close range. Will this 221 stop us, I wonder?
Get us out of here.
Ooh,
Put your foot down, driver.
no it won't, but that Stostrop nearly did. Gonna surrender those guys, that's good. Now let's come back and surrender those guys.
Ready to
We'll just hit them with the mortars, I think. Might not need to surrender them.
radio check red 1 through 6. Over.
Okay, gotta be careful on this left side because I don't actually have recon on this side. Which is why I need more recon, because my front's actually gonna open up quite a bit.
Taxi ready. Backwards.
Okay, well we killed the Stostrop. But the M3 half track is going to be falling back.
Your orders.
Well, are we going to get the 50 cal on target? We are. Okay, good. So we got a driver wound. That's fine. Let's just make sure that we pin it down. Thank you very much. Phew, that could have been rough. My Jeep got destroyed. Oh, that would have been my flamethrowers. Poor chaps. Alright, well let's just mortar those. And we'll have the half track run them down. Oh, look at that. There's another unit there as well. The Alpha Peddler revealing themselves. Actually, no, those would have been my recon squads, wouldn't they? Well, that's what I lost. Oops. Both of my recon squads just dying very easily.
I know a shortcut. Ready, sir. I have a bad feeling.
But my 50 cal at that range should get the kill.
Mounted up.
There is actually potential that I will lose out that engagement, but we'll see.
Attack formation. Form up.
An AT gun's coming back. Let's make sure we start arting that position.
Target neutralized. Where are we headed? Roger that.
Yeah, so my flamethrowers actually made it. It was both of my recon squads that died.
Fall back.
Oh, look at that. Off map.
Taxi ready. Another one biting.
And we killed the unit. Nice and easy. Let's focus the
Glad to see somebody
flag
knows where
filling.
we're going.
Wow, we are really doing well with these mortars today. I'm on point. This is like such smooth gameplay, just like slowly working our way through the tree lines.
Ready, sir.
Did I get the surrender with the M3 half-track? I'm not even sure.
Yes, sir.
We're going to bring up more of these scouts now. And I think I might also bring up some armored LMG rifles. They're pretty useful for like the longer range engagements in between. That is going to be a Stug.
I love it. So many positive waves.
My M4A1 is just out of line of sight. What I'm going to do is let the M4A3 engage, and then we'll have the M4A1 engage as well. Nice driver wound with the first shot. Will help us pin that down. That is going to be shooter knockout, okay. Looks like it's going to get into cover, which is not good, but we can start running up with our armoured rifles, which will provide the bazookas to sort of cover these areas. Saying that, the M4A3's got another shot on. It does have 12 front armour, so there is that. I wonder if we killed the flak filling. We can't see it anymore. Start moving up the M21s. I think I might also bring in some supply preemptively so that I can keep these topped off. Okay, and let's start moving around this M4A1 as well.
Yes, sir. Waiting for orders, Captain.
Okay, that is a Grilla.
Good hit. Good hit.
Not anymore. We've destroyed that. Good stuff. Right.
Yes, sir.
Let's have the M4A376 come back to the left here. This is a Panzer IV, but we should, in theory, be able to take that out quite easily.
Recon team, ready.
The other thing that I'm going to need at this point is some anti-air, because things like Ju-87s could really do a lot of damage to us right now.
Hear ya, loud and clear. I'll be there soon. This is a story you will tell to your grandchildren.
Okay, there is a Stuart engaging from the left. Oh, that's going to be a weapon jam. Nice. Oh, wow, what a kill from my M4A376. I was a little unsure about using my M4A1 in that engagement, but my smoke's not gonna be there in time. I'm just gonna come around the corner with the Stuart and engage that. That poor Panzer IV is so dead. I think any of the infantry in here is also dead. Flamethrower should win. Maybe not. There was a full squad. I didn't realise there was still a full squad. Well, I'll bring in another flamethrower or two anyway, just because they can be quite useful with that smoke. And I do need to make sure that I'm bringing in another M4A376, because they're the only things that can deal with like the late game armor of, for example, the 12th SS. Now the Stugs I can kind of deal with the M4A376s, but anything more than that does kind of require a bit of heavy lifting. So just got to hope for a critical of some sort with my M4A376. We do have the advantage of the veterancy, especially when my armoured leader is in position. I will be hitting a lot more often than he will, and therefore even if I'm bouncing, I'm more likely to get criticals.
Roger. Changing position. Out. Ready, sir? Good hit. Good hit. Roger. Search and destroy.
I'm surprised that didn't pin down the Stug there. Okay, that did. It's fine. We'll probably kill off the Grilla. Now,
Awaiting orders. Button up. We're engaging.
okay. Let's just make that attack the Stug 4. We'll just keep pushing on to that. We actually ended up making our opponent surrender, so there we go.
Enemy sighted.
Metallic is gone.
Clear. Armor ready. Reverse.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Let's go, guys.
Smoke, please. Ah, it's too late. Pack 40 does the job.
Yes.
That is rough. I just brought up my M21s to deal with that as well.
Smash the entire area.
You gotta love as soon as the AI takes over,
Copy that.
they
Out.
just smash me to pieces.
We're operational.
Oh, my poor scouts as well.
Round.
One step too far.
Sir. Waiting for
One thing the AI does do very well is they just like push like relentlessly, even though like even if they're losing.
on me.
And what that means is you get into situations that you wouldn't rather because the AI takes chances that players wouldn't. And so it's like really dodgy sometimes.
Adjusting on target. Awaiting orders. Solid copy.
Like I think that Stug has line of sight onto my half drag again.
Blow 'em away.
I'm just hoping that this M4A1 doesn't miss.
Recon team ready.
Okay, good. Like I said, it's a lot more based on chances when you're fighting AI, and
Too early.
you just gotta make sure that those chances are more in your favor than they are the AI's.
I hear you. Loud and clear. Fire. Smash 'em.
Wow. That shot, that like sort of line of sight from there is just like so dodgy because it's really deceiving. Where this forest doesn't actually like cover
Sir.
like any of my units, this is like an open range engagement over here.
Shut up and listen to the captain. Fire and maneuver. Sir.
I start moving up this AT gun.
Let's go, boys. Beware of Krauts.
Are we gonna get the shot off? Go on, M4A 376. Nice. And some good off-map coming down, but didn't need to wait for it in the end. Probably should have waited for it, but didn't. That's the sort of thing that always catches me out, where I don't wait for the artillery when I should have.
Ready to pound them, sir.
I'm going to be able to flame this Pack 40 to death, actually.
Extra crispy. Coming right up. Ready to fire. Do you have a target, sir? 10 degrees up. Fire. Ready, sir.
Oh, wow.
I hear you. Loud and clear. Move. Oh, watch for ambushes.
Here comes the lightning train. And Carrier is playing the first infantry, and lightnings are certainly something they have an abundance of.
War Daddy to red.
That is going to be another Pack 40 though, with that SDKZ-10. Trying to get into a quite dodgy position.
Ready to take command, sir. Forward.
Wow, okay. Did not expect that to actually kill my Stuart. Poor thing.
Go back. Slowly. Ready to pound them, sir. Adjusting on target. Go in there.
That's mainly my fault. I didn't micro them around the edge of the trees down here. That bazooka might get a kill. Oh, not quite. Not quite.
Direct hit. What are our orders, sir? Gordo, bring us there. Awaiting orders.
Oh no, the Grilla. 4 armored rifles. Okay, they're still alive, it's fine. But not for long.
Orders.
Oh, we surrendered them. That works. Now I'm just going to hope the M4A1 hits.
War Daddy to red.
I shouldn't really take that engagement with the Pack 38. But my AT guns arrived now, so
I'm going as fast as I can.
I don't have to worry so much. We'll just unload that, and
This is where you get
we
off.
can sit on the top of this ridge and shoot any tanks that come our way.
Waiting for fire coordinates. 10 degrees up. Fire.
The 2 more M4A1 or A376s and a couple and a jumbo. I'm probably going to bring in another jumbo at some point, but that will do for now. Well, that's going to be that Pack 38 coming forwards. Thankfully the M5 gun takes care of that for us. Good. Alright, let's move up these armoured energy rifles. We'll have the armoured rifles move up here. Taking out one of the Pack 40s, I'm not sure which one it was. There is a 1 health AT gun there, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah, just slowly but surely moving our way forwards. I need to make sure that this CGMC keeps up, and I am going to bring in another one.
Second platoon ready, sir.
Okay, that is another AT gun. So many AT guns. The M4A1 did its job anyway. Probably going to mortar these Panzergrens just to help out the armoured energy rifles a bit. They're probably just going to end up surrendered at this rate. The Stoss troop coming in. Actually, that's Panzerschreck squad. Okay. Being overrun by Panzerschrecks. Well, that mortar's going to be bang on. It's a shame that they didn't have a little bit more morale. And we don't want to get too close to the Panzerschreck with the M4A1. And we did lose our half-track pushing up there. That's not good. Bring in some more armoured rifles.
Waiting for orders. Moving on to new firing position. Ready to fire. Adjusting on target.
Hopefully we can kill this back 40.
At your orders.
And we have actually ended up cutting off this land spawn with the armoured rifles, so that's really good. It just means that someone else is going to have to deal with all of the AI units. There we go, it's gone. That's good.
Where do you need us?
I'm going to bring my scouts up onto that hill. And these scouts should also move forwards.
Saluting the captain makes him a target for the Germans.
The P-38 Lightning train. We've previously seen the Stuart train, but today we're going to be seeing the P-38 Lightning train as they morph into each other. Oh, that's a Nebelwerfer. Okay.
Let's get out of here. Any orders, sir?
How rude. Just mortar that.
Red 6, mounted up. Hit the pavement. Taxi ready. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy.
Well, that Pack 40 is going to end up taking out my M3A1, isn't it? Okay, not quite. Okay, we're going to kill the 222. And then my jumbo can push up here. Nice, the Nebelwerfer actually died.
Where do you want it?
Pushing 3. We're on a +3, so only 1 minute actually until victory. That's why they're calling GG. Let's kill off the Panzergrenführer. And we'll start pushing through with the jumbo. The jumbo is really good in these sort of closer range engagements, but that is a Pack 43. Another AT gun we got to deal with. Wow. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
I'm going to start pushing it with the jumbo at the end here, see if we can kill it before the time limit. Panzerschreck. Taking that out. That's good. Okay, and here comes a bunch of rockets and bombs for my jumbo. But I do have my GMCs, so or CGMCs, so these could take a lot of damage. That JU-87 or JU-188 almost going down there, but not quite. That is victory after 27 minutes and 26 seconds. So a very, very successful push through with the 3rd Armoured. My mortar support was on point throughout that game. And I guess that's one thing, or one strategy that I have sort of touched on in the past with the 3rd Armoured is like the triple mortar strategy. So yeah, we didn't quite go for 3, but we went for 2 and it worked out nicely. 2,458 kills to 745 losses, very clean victory. And Kiera also with 2,243 kills to 640 losses. Eugen actually with the least amount of kills on our team, 1,903 kills to 1,280 losses, and Mifiyu doing well with the 2,688 kills there. Afghanistan always playing very well. Did do very well with his 16th Luftwaffe, which I would say is probably the weakest division amongst our opponents, but awesome game. M4A1 in the end, got plenty of kills. Look at that. Guerrilla, the Stug 4, the Pak 40 there, Starstrup, IG-18s, popping those IG-18s from range was good. Since our opponent invested into the Stug and lost it early on, there wasn't really much AT for us to play around. I think that like most of his points went into that tank, so that's why we ended up against like IGs and the Stug rather than IGs and AT guns. I always used to talk about how the Pak 38 IG combo used to be really strong, but since like artillery play has become more prevalent and people have got better at the game, it's much easier to counter. So we managed to chew through like all of the AT guns with our mortars quite nicely. The M4A3 there, getting the Boy to Firefly kill was quite nice. Just a quick snapshot. The Firefly didn't even manage to fire back. And this M4A3 like snipe onto the Stug 4 at range was also very good. That's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. That was actually a really fun game for me. Very methodical and clean. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.